Good morning, it's Rebecca from Rebecca Inc. Today we are going to learn how to draw a shark. My brother Matt would like to know how to draw a shark, so that's what we're going to do today. What you need to join in is a piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser or an eraser, and a marker or just something you can't erase. A pen would work too. All right, so this is what our end result is going to look like, and yours will look just like this, I guarantee it. Let's get started. Okay, you're going to need your pencil. I'm going to use a marker so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So grab your pencil and join in. We're going to start in this section of your paper, a little bit toward the right side, but almost in the middle. And we are going to draw an oval that's going to be about this big. You are going to get that shape by getting your whole arm going. We're involving our large motor movements here. Get your whole arm going from your shoulder and go around and around and around and around. And you're going to get a nice oval. See how my lines are not perfect? Your lines will not be perfect either. And take a deep breath. And let that be okay. It's okay. In the long run, that shape that you created with all of those wavery lines, we're going to use that as a guide. So this will all get erased, but for now, don't erase anything, okay? From here, we're going to go from the tip of our shark's nose, we're going to draw an arced line that goes almost all the way back, not quite. To get that shape, plant your wrist toward the back of your oval, touch your pencil down to the tip of that oval, and just move your hand in the natural arc it's going to go in. If you want to go over it a few times to make sure you got it, you can do that. But if you plant your wrist, touch your pencil to the beginning of that oval, your hand is going to move in that natural arc and give you that shape. Now let's do that again, but down toward the bottom. So it'll end up being just a little bit above our body oval. I'm going to call this our body oval. Let's go right about here. Plant your wrist and arc it toward that nose. That's just going to end up being a little guide for us later on to add in a cool little detail. From here, let's go on toward the back of our shark. At the point where we drew that top arc, we're going to add in a rectangle. So draw a straight line across the top. You're going to angle it down just ever so slightly. I'm going to peek at my camera here. I feel like I'm moving my paper. All right, so angle that line down just a little bit. Plant your wrist. Just use your fingers on this one and make a nice little rectangle right there. About like that. Up from the bottom of that rectangle, just ever so slightly, add in another line. Mimic the line, that base line. Mimic that. That's also going to give us a cool little detail on our shark. Behind that rectangle, let's add in a bigger oval. Now this oval is going to live at the end of that rectangle, and it's okay if this oval overlaps your rectangle, but it's going to be at the end of that. And it's going to come down kind of to the bottom of that first oval. To get that shape, it is big enough. You could use your whole arm. From your shoulder, round and round you go till you get a nice oval. From here, we're going to add in a couple more ovals. Let's add in one that's going to live at the bottom and connect everything. It's going to be right about here, a longer and skinnier oval, right here. Very good. You can get your whole arm going, round and round you go, and you drew an oval. So we had a big oval that will kind of serve as the basis of our shark. Then we did an arc over the top, another little arc for a cool detail, a rectangle that's just slightly angled, an oval going vertically, and an oval going horizontally, slightly tilted. In front of this oval, we're going to draw two more ovals that will end up being our shark's mouth. So we need to draw the first one is going to live right about here on our shark, and they're going to be almost that same size as that one, maybe a little bit fatter. We're going to have this oval here, and then just below that we're going to do another oval right here. Now this oval is angled just a little bit. Now if it helps you to tilt your paper, go ahead and tilt your paper. I'm not doing that because I can't line it back up with my camera that I've got above me here. So we drew one oval this way, and then we angled it just ever so slightly, and we drew another oval right there. Very good. Now up from just about the center of that first oval, maybe just slightly back, let's go about 3/4 of the way back on that first oval. Let's go straight up, and just below the line of our body oval, we're going to draw a circle right there. Now this circle is smaller, and if you guessed it's going to be the eye, you are correct. You're going to use your fingers, just your fingers, to draw that. So get your fingers going, round and round they go, and once you've got that shape going in the air, set your pencil down and you'll get a nice circle. All your lines combined are what's going to give you the nice circle. Inside that circle, let's draw another circle, but this circle is going to touch this side of our shark's eye. So around we go, just like that. Can you see that? And inside that one, let's draw an oval, just like that. That will be our shark's pupil. All right, now we are ready for, we need one more oval on the body, where this oval and this oval kind of meet up right in this area right here. We're going to add another oval. It's going to kind of overlap and fill in that area right there. Very good. Now we are ready for some fins. Right above where we drew this rectangle on the top part of our shark, we're going to draw a triangle. So almost straight up from there, let's draw a triangle. It's going to be about this big. I'm planting my wrist, moving my hand up and down. Now for this back edge, let your hand shake. Hold your pencil a little looser and just let your hand shake a little bit, because that ridge on their fin is not super perfect. Let's do a tiny little connecting triangle right at the base, right like that. You just drew that part that you see in all the movies where the shark comes out of the water. That's that fin. Now let's add in a side fin from this oval, that last little oval that we drew. From the top, you're going to plant your wrist, and we're going to draw a nice big arc, almost this same size, so it's really pretty big. So from the top of that oval, plant your wrist, touch your pencil down to the top of that oval, let your hand go, and the natural arc it's going to go in, and draw that fin. From there, we're going to go back to that oval from the base of it this time. Same thing, and you're trying to reach the tip of the first arc that you drew. Okay? So if you need to go over that a few times, nice and light with your pencil, work on getting those two shapes to meet up from the base of that oval all the way over to there. Okay? You got that? All right. From this back oval, we're going to add in what would be, I'm going to call them their stabilizing fins. Again, like I've mentioned before, I don't always know what things are called on these animals, but they have these littler fins kind of almost to the very back end of their tail. So we're going to add in a little long skinny triangle here, and then we're going to kind of slice it just like that. Then we're going to add in another little long skinny triangle right there. Moving up the body, now our shark is kind of angled, so we are going to see just the very end of his back fin, that fin that goes up and down. So we're going to add in that one now. So we're going to draw a triangle right here, just like that. Nice little triangle. I'm kind of rounding that edge, I'm realizing as I'm drawing it. So plant your wrist and touch it from the belly of our shark and arc it down to the tip of that. Now we just need an oval and a triangle and we'll be all set. So right below where we drew our mouth circles. About 3/4 of the way back, we're going to draw an oval right here. Now this oval comes down just a little bit from that back fin that we drew, so it's just a little bit lower than that. So you drew your oval. Now let's draw a connecting triangle. We're going to go up that oval just a little bit and connect it over. Here's that triangular shape if you're wanting to see the whole shape, but you really just need that base angle right there. All right, a few more details and then we are ready to switch over to our marker. Let's draw in their nostrils. So if we kind of go around the top part of that face oval there, once you get just into the body, just add in a little arced line, just like that. Plant your wrist, move your hand in the natural motion it's going to go in. Then head on back that top of that oval, and when you get right about here, same thing, plant your wrist, and let's add in 3 little arced lines for their gills. You got those? All right, we are ready for our marker, you guys. This is a fast one. Switch over to your marker or whatever drawing utensil you have that you cannot erase. And let's trace over our favorite lines. So we're going to start up at the nose and we're going to go up this arced line that we drew and stop. So go ahead and trace over. You've done all the heavy lifting already. Trace over that line. Next up, we're going to go up our connecting triangle up to the tip of that fin there. Now loosen your grip on your marker and let your hand be a little shaky coming down that back line. Very good. Now we are going to go from about 3/4 of the way around this top line that was part of our rectangle. We're going to start about right here and we're going to follow the top of the rectangle around that oval and stop where it meets up with our front fin. So go ahead and trace along that. Pick your favorite line. Here's where you get to make some decisions. How fat, how big, how wide. Pick your favorite line and trace over that one. All right, now we're going to do this fin. We're going to start right here where that arc met up with our oval shape, and we're going to trace over the top part of that. You're trying not to sketch. You're trying to trace right over that line. You can do that comfortably if you plant your wrist and let your hand move in the natural movement it's going to go. It shouldn't feel uncomfortable. So if it feels uncomfortable, rotate your paper or change your angle and go ahead and trace over that. Now for the bottom, you're going to start, just tuck it in on that little oval and follow it around. Now if you want to add another little detail, you can create a little mimicking line at the top of that fin. All right, on to the base of our shark. We are going to go around this back oval, then we're going to hop on to the base of this oval and then stop. Let's do that part. Around we go, hop on that base oval, and stop right about there. Let's add in our back fins. We're going to trace over every line we drew on those. So add in those little triangles. One there. Now when I drew that, my marker was thick, so it went over my little line. So I'm just going to add that in. If that happened to you, it's that same little detail where we're just adding in a little mimicking line there. All right, that very back little stabilizer fin, add that in. Plant your wrist for this back fin. Trace over your arced line there. And back up to your body. All right, now let's go up and do our mouth, because that will help us know where to connect things here. For our mouth, that top oval that we drew, we're going to trace around just this very top portion, just like that. So we're going to go around that little bit and stop when it meets up with this one. Next up, we're going to go around this little bit and then all the way around, ride that back to there. So around we go, top of that oval, hop on that base oval, connect it back, just like that. You just drew a really complicated mouth there. You did really, really good. Now we can know where that's meeting up. We can connect from the mouth up to the nose where we started our drawing, just like that. Now let's draw in that last little fin, and then we can add in some cool details. For this fin, we're going to go around the front part of that oval, down around the base, and let's go up to the body and connect down. If you want to go all the way around those edges like that, you could do that too, but my hand felt awkward, so I switched. If you want to go this direction, you could do that too. Connecting triangle around the oval, and then stop when you get up to the face. All right, let's add in our nostrils. Now for this, loosen your grip. Let your hand be a little shaky. When you look at a shark, this part of the shark is like pretty white, and there's just a little hint of where they breathe in there. All right, for the eye, we're going to go around the back part of that circle. Then for the inside of the eye, we're going to go around that whole circle and then fill in that oval. And you've got your eye. Now, if you wanted to, you could go one more little mark across the top, make it look a little intense. All right, remember these little lines that we drew here that I said were going to be some cool details? We're going to add those in now. This back rectangle, we're going to trace right over that line that is in the middle of that, or toward the base of that. We're going to trace right over this line, just like that. Then we're going to go just a little bit on that arc that's above that first oval that we drew. Just go a little bit, hint of that. Now let's hop back up to the nose. We're going to go around this big oval that we drew here. We're just going to cut in just a little bit headed toward the eye. Just like that. Now we just need to add in our gills. Plant your wrist and trace over those 3 lines that we drew for the gills. Let me double check. Oh, let's add one more detail. You know how we did the mimicking line on these fins here? Let's add that same thing on this one. It's okay if your hand shakes a little bit. It just gives it a little extra. Makes it look like you're a pro. All right, you have got everything that you need, and I think you're going to be really excited when you erase all your guidelines. So let's grab our erasers. I'm going to switch back to my original guide because I drew this guy in pencil, and I'm going to erase right along with you. All right, steady your paper with your hand. Grab your eraser. It can be the back of a pencil eraser as well. It doesn't have to be what I have. Steady your paper and go ahead and erase all of your guidelines. I'm kind of excited about this guy. My brother is the one that requested this, so Matt, thanks for the suggestion. I hope you have fun drawing this with your family. I can't wait to see what you guys did. And if you have something you'd like to learn how to draw, or one of your family members would like to learn how to draw, let me know what you want to learn. I will teach you, and then you can have a fun little moment with your family doing something fun. Just move your studying hand along with you as you erase so you don't crinkle up your paper. It's always a bummer if you crinkle your paper. If you drew heavier lines, just go over them a few times to try to get them erased. Check that out, you guys. We drew a really cool shark. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see what you drew. So make sure to send me pictures in the comments below. Send me pictures of what you drew. I'm really enjoying those. If you want to see what other people are doing, you can find me online, Rebecca Ink, I-N-K, because I like to draw with ink, RebeccaInk.com. The Interact tab is where I'm putting all the drawings people send me. So click on that, find your drawing. You can also find digital downloads, coloring pages. I'm taking a lot of the drawings that we do together and I'm creating fun coloring pages for you to do. So you can find that on the shop tab, digital downloads or downloadable coloring pages. Anyways, find them there, color them up, send them to me as well. I'll pop them up on that interact tab. You can also find me on Instagram, see what I'm working on in the studio at Rebecca Inkabink, Facebook, Rebecca Ink. Thanks for drawing with me today. I hope you guys are all healthy, staying sane, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.